Dr. Life's Good. I think that's a cool name, by the way. I wish my name was Dr. Life's Good. First of all, let me compliment the hookup dinner. I think it's an absolutely brilliant initiative. Well done to the team that's involved. It's my first time here. I saw the pictures earlier on. I saw the 10-minute networking sessions, and I think they're really, really brilliant. And I'm glad to be associated with it, and I'm glad that somebody's doing something amazing for the culture of entrepreneurship. First of all, before I get to my presentation, let me first say I jotted down some notes because I often find that when you're asked to speak, you must at least respect your audience enough to be prepared. So, you know, I heard all the feedback you guys were giving the guys in the pictures about reading and stuff. I'm just glad that I don't have to get feedback from you about how I did in my presentation. So, tonight I've been asked to speak about a very specific topic. And what we're going to talk about tonight is vision. What I'd like to discuss is what is vision, what does it mean, why is it important, how have we, at least in our business, articulated our own vision, what are the kind of processes we went through to get to that, and perhaps some tips of how you can go about crafting it and why it's so important. And I guess the reason I was asked to speak about vision is some of the things that we've been successful at doing with some of the recent developments. And I guess it's topical, I guess, for our business to talk about that. But what you don't know and what you don't see are some of the challenges and failures that we've gone through in us crafting at least what we've got today. For me, and maybe I should put a disclaimer right now. Excuse me, but I do tend to kind of say what I think, and it may not be very popular. So if we're going to have an honest debate and discussion, please be kind of aware that I'll tell you what I think about something. It may not be the most popular view. So this is what I think about vision. I think vision is simply a definition of what does success look like. So if you are able to define, if you are able to define what success looks like, or able to define that destination called success, that is effectively the most purest way you can define what vision is. And just to be clear, making money isn't a vision. For me, making money is a consequence. It's an outcome. It's a product of achieving a vision. It's not a vision in itself. So if you're in business and in your mind when you leave home in the morning, you say that my plan or my vision is to make money, I got bad news for you. You don't have a vision. You just have an outcome. I think a vision is a clearly articulated destination, something that doesn't change every time markets or your mood shifts. Many of you guys that are in this room, like me, have never gone through a recession before. I'm talking about a global recession. Many of you were not working in 1992 when the oil bubble went, or the internet bubble. So what we just went through now in 2007, 2008, is the first time we've all gone through something like that. Visions don't change because markets change. Visions don't change because moods change. That's what a vision is, at least to me. I think it needs to be strategically sound, and it needs to be something that is within reach. Otherwise, if you don't have a reasonable shot at getting it, you don't really have a vision. You have a pipe dream. You have something nice to talk about and think about and share over dinner with your friends. It's not a real vision. So I'm going to share a little bit about my vision and my journey around visions. When I was at university, I had a very clear vision of what success looked like. This is what success looked like. At the back of my door, in my res at university, this is the picture that I had. And you know, my desk, when I'd study at night, if I picked up my head, that's what I would see. All I wanted was a yellow M3. That's it. To me, that was success. Because success is destination success. Because vision is what you define as success. And at that stage in my life, I defined success to be a yellow M3. So what I thought may have been a boyish or a very simplistic or even materialistic, as some may argue, view, was in a way for me able to etch in my own brains that I shouldn't be afraid to dream. Need I say, in my home, we had one car, which was a van, and the only reason my grandfather bought a van is because there were so many of us. So to even dream about a yellow M3 was something a little bit outside of my norm. So why is a good vision important? I think it's important for two reasons. I think it's important because a good vision, I think, drives the right behavior. Let me tell you what I mean by that. First, a vision is also not a strategic plan. A vision articulates where you're going. What a plan does for you is tell you how to get there. All right? So when you are busy planning, you're not crafting a vision. You shouldn't be planning if there is no vision in the first place. Think of it as almost planning a trip, and why it's quite important to put out that vision up front. The very first thing you need to do is determine your destination. So here we are, we want to go somewhere. The absolute first thing we need to do is determine where we're going. Because every decision on a journey is directly affected by the desired destination. Every decision on a journey is directly impacted by the destination. It determines how you're going to get there. Are you going to fly? Are you going to walk? Are you going to drive? Are you going to go alone? Or are you going to take somebody with you? All these questions can't be answered if you don't know where you're going. You're in Johannesburg. The difference between planning a trip to Cape Town and planning a trip to Noord, taxi rank, determines everything thereafter. You can walk to Noord. Yeah. You can't walk to Cape Town. You can fly to Cape Town. You can't fly to Noord. So you're spending time crafting plans, strategic plans, which are ways to get there, without a vision. You're trying to determine whether you're going to fly to Noord or not effectively.
Wow.
The second most important thing that I think a vision helps you with is to deal with those time thieves. And ladies and gentlemen, everybody in this room has those. You know that call, that RFP, that tender that comes. It's not quite what you do. Né? But it's got those zeros there and you think, no man, I need to do this thing. I do design. They want you to do an event. But in an event, there's design. Maybe if I designed the event, I could, you know what I'm talking about.
Wow.
A clear vision helps you deal with time thieves. It helps you deal with the things you shouldn't be bothering yourself with. So if you decide that your journey is Cape Town, why are you going to Limpopo?